BeerDad, the most awesomest dad around, Justin Allen, and his most awesome co-host, the master brewer himself, the Brewed, Joshua Kunkel. Grab a cold one, kick back and relax, and enjoy the show. Cheers, everybody.
Oh shit, Myers is in town.
I don't know what it is about this song, but every time I hear it, it takes me back to my childhood at about midnight, thinking at 8 years old it's a good idea to stay up and watch this fucking movie.
Yeah.
And any little tiny noise you would hear in the house would fuck you for days, right?
Yeah.
I feel like this is your ASMR thing right here. Here we go.
It's starting to get that
back
little,
again.
getting that little eye twitch.
Yeah. And it just keeps climbing and climbing and climbing.
Well, there's that.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the BeerDad and Brewed podcast. As always, I'm your host, the BeerDad himself, Justin Allen, joined by my most bodacious co-host, the Brewed man, Joshua Kunkel. Joshua.
Howdy how.
And we are joined by Jimmy from the Craft Lounge.
Hey, yo.
We are in the Craft Lounge studios. He is our wonderful sponsor of the show. You need to come down and check them out because he's got all kinds of new shit. We'll talk about that in a little bit. But yes, currently right now at the Craft Lounge, all the Dodger fans are out in the beer garden watching World Series Game 6. Shout out to Dodger fans, even though you guys know the Beer Dad's not a Dodger fan. However,
No one's perfect.
Jimmy's a Dodger fan, so that's okay. We can still get along, right? It's 2020, the most miserable year in the history of years, but here we are. And we're joined by a returning guest host here, Christopher. How are you?
I'm doing great. Good to be back watching the Dodgers. Christopher is an Angel fan.
Okay.
But we can root for the Dodgers. Why not? Fuck it.
I mean, it's L.A., right?
LA love.
L.A. proper.
The Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim, or are they just the Los Angeles Angels now?
Oh, that's right. We do rep L.A. Yeah, sure. Let's do it.
I think that's
there
like
you
the
go.
sixth time I've heard the ambulance today.
Yeah, well,
It never fails. You
this
sit down
is-
and
They're
record.
down the street.
Again,
I know their stop is there. Yes.
Again, we are at the Craft Lounge in Beaumont, California.
Yes,
No, just
yes.
kidding. But Jimmy's right. The ambulance station is literally right around the
Yeah,
corner.
I know.
Rays fan just fainted.
A Rays fan just fainted. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't take it.
All right. So, well, we are here for a special Halloween episode. So, Chris and I actually, before the show, we kind of went through Jimmy's locker, as I like to call it, and found some Halloween-themed brews to have on the show. So I hope you guys enjoy the lineup. It's a good one.
Yeah.
Really, really good one. But first, before we start cracking into these beers, I told you this is a Halloween theme, and so I want to kind of get everybody's perspective here, and we'll start with Josh. I'm going to ask you guys, what is your favorite horror movie and why? So, Joshua.
Ooh, that's a tough one. Okay, I'm going to go with this one. It's funny because this movie, even as an adult, scares the ever-living shit out of me. And it's completely unrealistic. It's a sci-fi film of all things, but
Okay.
it just boggles my mind. It's Event Horizon.
Event Horizon.
And I remember first time seeing it, fucked my head up way beyond way it should. And even though, I'm standing there going like, this will never happen. This is not real. It's a sci-fi film. Still found myself doing some weird shit. Actually, I got one more.
Ooh.
I got one more because they're
They're
kind of
tied?
There's a
They're
tie
tied.
here.
I'll allow this.
Okay. So this was a weird one too because I went and actually saw this one in the theaters. It was The Descent. Did you guys ever see this one? It was a bunch of chicks.
The Cave?
that are spelunking. And they
Yes.
kind of get trapped in the cave and shit. And I remember watching this film and thinking, oh, okay, it's kind of a good, decent horror film. It's got some crazy shit going on. But I remember walking out of the theater fucking shaking. And I'm just like, what the fuck is this
that?
shit?
Yeah.
And thinking to myself, like, this shit must have hit me on like a primordial, like instinctual level or something. So there you go. There's my two.
Yeah, The Descent is definitely one that's more on brand for Halloween.
Yeah. And of course,
More so than Event Horizon.
Event Horizon.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
We'll
Of course,
give that.
if you ever watch the DVD for Descent, they have an alternative ending that is just literally the most fucked up ending you're probably ever going to find in any film.
Sweet.
Yeah,
Very nice. We'll look for that.
Yeah, keep an eye on it.
So everybody's got the Brewed man, Joshua Kunkel's pick. We're going to turn it over here to Jimmy from the Craft Lounge. Jimmy, favorite horror movie and why?
Favorite horror movie or a movie that just creeped the fuck out of me?
Could be either or. I mean, if it doesn't classify as a genre, I mean, like if we're talking like
Right. I mean, we did Event Horizon.
Yes.
yeah.
Doors wide open.
Right. So hands down, and I don't give a shit what anybody tells me, the original Willy Wonka.
The original.
Yes.
The originally Willy Wonka.
Creep the fuck out of you.
Fucked me up, dude.
You know, there are some.
I am not kidding you, dude. That movie fucked me
There are
up,
some
dude.
people that actually take a dark twist on that
Dude,
movie.
on that guy.
About
that guy.
so,
100%. Dude.
Yeah, he tortured children.
He tortured
basically.
children, dude.
Yeah.
People were fucking drowning in chocolate milk
you-
and shit, and he didn't do anything about it except laugh at it. They go up a fucking tube.
If you
And
think
nobody
about
stopped
it,
it, dude.
if you think about it, Willy Wonka was kind of like the candy version of Saw.
Dude, it was worse
Actually,
than
you
Saw.
know, I
Yeah.
can see that.
Yeah.
Dude, he tortured.
Yeah.
Remember that fucking tunnel they're going through, and he's singing that fucked up song, and there's like bees and eyeballs
Yeah.
and shit going on, dude.
Yeah, most kids were terrified of
Fucked
that movie.
me up.
That
Dude, he
sounds-
was tearing those kids up,
It
dude.
was supposed to be a kids movie, and
Dude, even if those kids made it out of the fucking chocolate factory, they're fucked for life.
that's
That
right.
song
100%
plays
fucked
in
for
my
life, dude.
head.
Especially the Blueberry Girl.
Yeah.
Every single time I go through one of those drive-through car washes, like that Willy Wonka
Right,
song
dude?
going through the tunnel, like plays
Dude,
in my
Oh,
yeah,
head.
yes.
so hands down, dude. Anybody ask
In
me
a
what's the
world
scary?
of imagination.
Okay, yeah, fuck off, dude. Fuck right the fuck off. So
Take a drink.
so I don't care. Anybody
Now
says
Jimmy's
dude,
eyes
that is
twitching.
hands down the worst, the scariest bullshit movie I've ever seen in my life, dude.
Very
I cannot watch it. I'm
Very
fucking-
nice.
You know,
All right.
I can't
That
watch it.
you know that is really unsuspecting, and I'll bet you the listeners are probably going to be taken by like that's just like totally in left field.
Dude,
but
look at
totally,
the fucking movie, dude.
Totally
They tortured-
agreed.
I mean,
totally agreed.
I feel like they're going to find some horror fan fiction for sure on that
Yeah.
shit.
Ah, dude.
And it's funny because you know there's YouTube videos where people have like made the trailer into a horror movie,
Yes.
like the
I've actually, yeah.
Willy Wonka, you know, with that deep, scary voice. Another one that I saw that was similar, if you take a look at a different perspective, is Home Alone. Is like a psychotic horror movie where this kid is torturing these poor robbers,
yeah.
right? And they should have been dead 10 times over, right?
It took bricks and irons to the face and shit, dude. They got a bit electrocuted.
Kevin McAllister's a psychopath.
He is,
you know?
dude.
Yeah.
He
Did
is.
you ever see the twist on The Shining that they did, where they made it into a family film of like a father trying to reconnect with his son?
Oh, geez.
Yeah,
I have to check.
Whoa.
So that's the opposite of what I'm talking about.
They did like a comedy trailer for The Shining.
Yeah.
It was
I love
great.
it. Yeah. I love it.
Fantastic.
I feel like you guys are taking light of my Willy Wonka thing, though.
No.
I'm pretty fucked
No,
up.
actually,
now.
I can actually legitimately see.
I see it
where you're coming
and
from.
I see it now in a different perspective because I love the movie. Absolutely, the new version was horrible.
Might be creepier than the first, though.
Creepier, yes, because you know Tim Burton, and then throw along Johnny Depp putting his own spin on it.
Yeah, creepy, weird,
but
not
the original Gene
fucking
Wilder,
demented as
mind
the first
fuck.
one.
he was a psychopath.
He was 100%,
Yeah.
dude, 100%.
The chocolate got to him for
Dude.
sure. All right, Chris, favorite horror movie and why?
Favorite horror movie, Scream. I saw it in theaters like 5 times, and it came to us in a time when we were devoid of the classic horror movie. Right, we had all the great ones in the
Yes.
80s, and then you get like this void, right, from late 80s into early 90s, and we just had nothing. And then mid 90s, we get this fucking masterpiece from Wes Craven.
Yeah.
That just ties it all together. It brings back all those tropes that we love and enjoy. So yeah, horror movie Scream stands out for me. It was right in my wheelhouse.
And then, of course, you had the spoof
scary movie.
scary movie that just was
dude,
equally
classic.
as classic.
Also,
that?
also to lesser extent, Shriek If I Know What You Did Last Summer, which was like
Yeah.
the B movie version of Scary Movie,
Yes.
Yeah.
which had Tiffany Amber Thiessen in it, by the way, for those movie buffs.
Aw, shit.
Dude, you ever see that movie called The Stranger Knocks Twice? It's like this B movie.
Scary.
It's a fucking trippy movie, dude. And you come to find out, like, this chick's in this house, and it's the whole, like, oh, he's in your house. He's calling from inside the house or whatever, right? And the whole time you're watching the movie, the dude's in the background the whole time. You never see him because his body's painted like a fucking wall.
my
dude.
God.
Yeah, dude. So he's been in the house the whole time, and you see him. If you stop to watch the movie, he's
Again,
there the
you see him.
whole fucking time, dude.
Wow.
And I was like, dude, that's fucking insane. He's painted like bricks, dude, because it's a
Nice.
brick wall. All of
That-
a sudden, you see his eyes open up, dude. Like, holy shit, dude, he's been there the whole fucking time, dude.
That reminds me of this is a good story about my mom. Hopefully, I don't cry because she's no longer with us. But my mom was awesome, and she knew that I loved scary movies, horror movies, Halloween, and she would always take me to those like really jacked up haunted houses that they would do like downtown and stuff like that. Even though they terrified the shit out of her, but she would take me because she knew I loved them. And so we went to, I think it was the Haunted Hotel down in San Diego, which is down like in the gas lamp. I mean, big spiel, a lot like Halloween Horror Nights, Not Scary Farm before that was a thing. And I'll never forget a scene, just like Jimmy was talking, where there was somebody on the wall, painted the color of the wall, right? And so you walked into the room and there was all these glowing hands, and then all of a sudden he popped out and scared the shit out of everybody, right? Well, my mom was not paying attention. Right. And so the way that this haunted house worked is you'd go to each scene room, the scare would happen, and then you would be staged for the next room until they were ready. And so the scare happened, and my mom's like, what the hell happened? I don't even get it. They turned the lights on in that room, and the dude takes his mask off and grabs a drink of Gatorade, and he's drinking a drink of Gatorade. My mom turns around and sees him, and she just goes, "Wah!" I'll never forget that, dude. That was the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life, because she did not get the real scare, but that scared her. And I was like, oh, man, everybody was laughing. I'm like, yeah, that's my mom.
Nice.
That's awesome.
So, yeah, that story reminded me of that.
Yeah.
I did actually work in a haunted house when I was younger, and I remember being kind of similar, like doing that kind of thing. It was a lot of fun. So
awesome. So my favorite horror movie, I have so many, so it's really hard for me to come up with a one, right? So I'd be like, Josh, I need to give you several. Scream is on very top of my list because for many reasons, like you, I agree. It was like no horror movies since the 80s, and then all of a sudden, boom, that movie came out, and you were just like, holy shit, this was awesome. But if I have to go with any horror movie that really resonates me or is my favorite, I'm gonna have to say, and it's for many, many reasons, An American Werewolf in London.
Oh, that's
okay.
classic.
Late 70s. David Naughton and John Landis directed it. Just amazing for its time. The special effects was ridiculous that they had in that movie. I mean, the whole transformation scene that he takes when he first changes into the werewolf, that was all clay in real life. There was no CG or anything like that, and like his hands were stretching, his feet were stretching. He gives that look into the camera, and you're just like, creep the fuck out. Yeah, his snout grows. Yeah. That was all real, like practical special effects that you don't see that in movies very often. And so I just love that movie. My dad had me watch it when I was real little, and I remembered every line. I watch it over and over again. Usually around Halloween time, I'll pull it out and I'll watch it just because I love it. So that's my go-to.
Did you ever see the Paris update with that
Horrible.
dude?
That
That
was
dude
bad,
who was
dude.
in Can't Hardly
That was
Wait.
Horrible.
That was
I was so,
horrible, dude.
and it was sad because my dad took me to see it, right?
Yeah.
And both of us were like beyond the moon excited about seeing this movie because we're like, oh, it's a sequel, and it was just miserable.
Yeah.
Like terrible. Like,
Or no, he wasn't in Can't Hardly. He was in one of those other fucking 90s.
no, he
movies.
Can't Hardly Wait.
Was he? Okay.
Yeah, he was one of the singers with Tom Hanks was like the manager, and he was
No, that's not
the
Can't-
thing you do.
The Thing
Sorry,
You Do.
there you
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
Yeah, so that was the
He
guy.
was in that. Yeah.
American Werewolf in Paris. I still watched it, and I still watch it when it's on TV, but not compared to the original.
Yeah.
Halloween Horror Nights did a American Werewolf in London maze that was so fucking dope. I had to walk through it twice. And I remember my brother going, "You're gonna want to go through this again, aren't you?" And I was like, "Yeah," because he knows it's my favorite. But like literally, like when you walked in, they had the slaughtered lamb bar sign outside, and when you walked in, you were in the slaughtered lamb, and they were like British dudes all drunk yelling at you, and then David Naughton and his friend, they were staring at the pentagram on the wall and asking him about it, and they're screaming at him, and it's like, oh my god, we're in the movie. This is fucking great.
Next year, dude, Slaughtered Lamb. The Craft Lounge will be the Slaughtered Lamb next year for Halloween, dude.
That would be so
I
fucking
think, I think that's what fucking
Josh, you gotta make a beer called the Slaughtered Lamb.
Slaughtered Lamb.
Lamb, dude.
Slaughtered Lamb.
Yeah. Stay on the road and steer clear of the moors.
Nice imperial red.
Stout.
Yes.
Nice imperial red, dude.
I think I know how to get a nice little blood red color going.
Yeah.
That'd be dope. Yeah. So that was my favorite movie.
That was a good time though, dude. That American Wolf in London, and then like Fright Night came out around those times, dude.
Jaws.
Jaws. There was like that late 70s, early 80s, dude. Those fucking genres.
Good shit.
That's when you got like Nightmare on Elm Street came out, dude.
So I was big on the Return of the Living Dead too,
Yes. Yeah.
just
That's
for the
right.
comedy
Dude,
factor.
okay, I got this thing
Just
against
about to
zombies.
say
dude.
that.
I'm not a zombie guy, dude. I fucking
No
don't do
zombies.
zombies, dude. I don't do zombies.
So you don't watch The Walking Dead?
Fucking Walking Dead can suck it. I won't watch it, dude.
It's funny because I have a lot of friends that are the same way. Or my mother-in-law, she doesn't like horror anything,
Yeah.
let alone zombies. But we convinced her to watch The Walking Dead based on the premise of
game over.
This is a show.
Dodgers are world champions.
Oh, okay. Break real quick. The Dodgers are world champions. All right. Shout out to the Dodger fans. Congratulations.
Dodgers are world champions.
You finally got your World Series championship.
You know, here's the way to celebrate.
In a shortened 60-game season. Congratulations.
Ooh. There's a opening of a beer there just for the Dodger fans.
Yeah, Dodgers just won. Thank you for pouring.
There you go. So, what were we talking about? I forget.
Talking about
the good glamour days of of horror
and we're talking about Return of the Living.
early 80s
Zombies.
stuff.
So my mother-in-law, we told her that Walking Dead was Walking Dead is more like a survival show, like what to do when the shit hits the fan.
I was gonna say it's more like human psychology 101.
Right.
If I remember right. I mean, that's what kind of got me in that.
Oh, Jimmy's got some Dodger music playing.
Oh yeah. There you go. It's for you, Justin. Right there.
This is probably the lowest point of the BeerDad and Brewed podcast in its history.
This is the shit right here.
Randy Newman.
Come on, guys.
Yeah.
You got to give it to me, man. I've been waiting 32 years for this shit.
All right.
32 years.
32 years, dude.
Was it
Yeah,
88?
and my
88
phone
was
is
the last
officially
one.
blowing up by all my Dodger fan
That's what I'm
haters.
saying. Man, they're all going to love this, dude. All your Dodger fan haters are going to love this.
Oh, Jesus.
To the east side.
See, even Chris loves this shit. You can't hate this.
I just love Randy Newman.
All I want to
And here we
know
go.
is in 3, 2, 1, cue the riots in Los Angeles, ladies and gentlemen. Be ready for windows to be broken, cop cars set on fire, shopping carts on fire.
Don't get mad. It's not your town, dude.
No.
Just saying, don't get mad.
Here's my promise to you and all the Dodger fans.
There you go.
You ready? Here's my promise. The San Diego Padres will knock you off that pedestal sooner rather than later. Just saying.
And my answer to that is
I love it. This is terrible.
here you go.
Well, hey, you know, this is
For the Padre fans especially.
This is a Halloween episode, so this is very terrifying and
It's a
frightening.
nightmare for the Padres to know
like a
that the
bad dream.
Dodgers. It's a nightmare for Padres fans.
It's a bad dream.
It's a Padres shattering dream, is what it was.
Oh, Jesus.
Well, I'll give it to us. Fuck it.
All right.
that's enough.
Jimmy's had his fun.
I've had my fun.
He's had his fun. Again, congratulations to the Dodger fans. Finally, 32 years later, you can finally say you're world champions, because when you try to run around saying, I've got these trophies, and you're like 28 years old, it doesn't count because you weren't even alive when they won last time. But now you can say it, okay? I'll let you have it, all right?
I mean, it's like when the Padres fans say they want.
Easy, buddy.
Never mind.
No, listen, I won't even bring up the short season because I said I wouldn't, right?
Whatever, dude. I went to a Padres World Series game.
Because the reason why I don't say it is because I had Dodger fans tell me the only reason why the Padres made the playoffs was because of a short season. But I'm not going to throw it back in their face and say the only reason why they won the World Series was because of a short season. Because congratulations, you finally did it 32 years later. Legitimately, congratulations.
Right. And those Padres are right there behind us.
They are.
About
They are now.
100 years.
They are now.
When was the last Padre title? I hear crickets. You hear crickets?
Now we're
Chris?
talking National League Championship. We can talk about 1998.
I said World Series.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, a pennant's cool. I mean, I think we've got 4 in the last 5 years, so that's cool.
Does anyone ever wonder why they call it the World Series and it's only in the U.S.? Just throwing that out there.
I mean, there's a National League and an American League as
Hypothetical,
well.
right?
Yeah. I'm just saying, This is coming from the guy who worked at a baseball stadium and just bored out of my fucking mind the whole time. So.
Josh is like, what's going on? Who scored a touchdown?
So when did this beer podcast turn into like the inner workings of Major
As
League
soon as the
Baseball?
Dodgers won the World Series, like fucking
It
2 minutes
interrupted
ago.
the Halloween episode.
All right.
But back to Halloween.
Halloween, late 80s or late 70s, early 80s, horror films. My girlfriend, she's got some street cred. Her favorite, I just have to throw it out there, is Night of the Demons. And she introduced this to me when we started dating about 6 years ago, and I was like, I never even heard of this fucking film, but great film if you never had a chance to watch it. It's got everything. Demons, blood, gore, sex, violence. Yeah.
All the things you need in a horror movie.
Oh, yeah. Everything. Hacker
You know what I always, when you say sex and violence and everything, what I love about those 80s movies is the minute you get down and busy, you're dead.
Yep.
Why is that, dude?
You always die.
You know what I mean,
the
dude?
rules.
Yeah, Scream. Take it back to Scream.
Well, now there is one reason you got to watch this film, because it's a trip to watch it, and good on them for the special effects and pulling it off. Is the chick basically opens up her blouse and she's like playing with her nipple and pulls out the lipstick and shoves it into her, like through her chest. Like,
What movie was this?
Night of the Demons.
Oh,
It's good stuff. It's a good movie. I've
Yeah,
seen
good
it.
movie. So yeah.
All right.
Lipstick nipple porn.
Yep.
So the very first beer we're featuring on the show.
Crack this one a little
We're
early.
actually going to drink beer, I promise. We're 20 minutes into this episode. And, well, technically, we already drank beer because, little secret, we always drink before the show.
Yeah.
However,
Yes.
first beer. I want you guys, I'm going to play a little something for you guys, and I want you to introduce this beer. Then I'm going to have Jimmy read the story on this can.
I don't have to read it, dude.
But
No, he's lived it, man.
I don't have to read it, dude.
He's lived the story.
I've heard that story since
right.
I was 2 years old,
so
dude.
here's the can. Oh, perfect. You're going to tell us a story, but first we're gonna sing into this can of beer. So, if I can get this to play.
Or we could just...
Wait, hold on.
I love it. Oh wait,
Oh, there it is.
different song.
I could do it again, dude. I still got a pause.
Oh, there it is. There it is.
Oh. My scrotum.
Llorona.
Oh, I thought Cheech and Chong, dude. It was all my
One more
scrotum.
time.
All right, you dropped it
Here we
on.
My Llorona.
Motor run.
My scrotum. So I was Cheech and Chong, dude. All my scrotum.
Beautiful. All right, Jimmy, tell us what we're drinking right now.
La Llorona. So we got a beer here, a Mexican lager from OgoPogo. Fantastic Mexican lager, easy drinking.
Oh, yeah.
Classic fucking style. I mean, I love it. People, our customers love it. I can't wait to get more of it.
Easy going.
Easy drinking Mexican lager.
And now
Story-wise.
Story, yes.
You guys ready for
Story.
this?
Okay.
Tell us the ghost story, Jimmy.
Okay. So once upon a time, there's a lady who loved her husband so much and had 2 children. He ended up leaving her. And in order to hurt him, she ended up killing her kids, drowning them in a river. I forgot how it happens, but she ends up looking for her children. She got all this remorse and shit like that. The husband, I don't know what the fuck happened to the husband. He took off. I found another chick or whatever. He's like, yeah, whatever, dude. But she ends up yearning for her children every night, crying for them, screaming for them every single night. So she's usually sitting by riverbeds looking for her children that she drowned into the river. And so when kids are bad or whatever else, we're told the story that, hey,
She's going to get you.
La Llorona is going to get you because you're being a bad kid, and she's looking for her children and shit like that.
Yeah.
So that also gets us back in before the streetlights come on. Come home before the streetlights come on, because La Llorona is going to be out there, especially if you live
drown
anywhere
your
near a
ass.
wash or a river. And so she's always seen over by like riverbeds and
Yeah.
washes and shit like that, looking, screaming, crying for her children.
So
Lady in white.
if you're 8, 9 years old, you're on your bicycle, starts to get a little dark, and you hear a weeping woman.
Oh, dude, you're hauling ass, dude. You're fucking hauling ass, dude. It could be a fucking owl or something, and you're like, La Llorona.
yeah.
You're just fucking running home, dude.
I'm out. Deuces. I just got to ride faster
dude,
than my
put
friends.
you don't even put your bike in the backyard or in the garage. You just roll it into the front yard and just run in the house, dude.
That's beautiful.
And then your dad and your mom just laughing at you. Ah, you pussy.
Yeah. So again, another horror maze at Halloween Horror Nights. They did this theme, and it was actually and it was funny because I had heard the story once or twice from probably Jose or somebody, I don't know. And I walked into the thing thinking this isn't going to be scary. A weeping woman.
Uh-huh.
It was fucking frightening, dude. They had like little children ghosts chasing you, and of course the weeping woman all over the damn place popping out. And then you actually walked through a riverbed
Yeah, fuck.
And she
that.
popped out several times in there, and it was like, yeah, you walked out of that one just with that, like the hairs on the back of your neck standing up, and you're like, yeah, they got me on that one.
Yeah,
That was
made
good.
that movie. They made that movie last year. I think it was La Llorona.
I haven't seen it. Have you seen
Yeah,
it?
no, fuck no, dude.
You don't want to watch it?
You're like-
No, dude, I didn't watch
Bringing
that.
up some repressed childhood horror memories.
It's like when you watch the Candyman, you won't watch it again.
Oh,
You think he's gonna pop up. Fuck that movie.
Remember that shit?
Say the name.
Catherine. Fuck that, dude.
Candyman. So OgoPogo, we've had them, Josh, on our anniversary episode. We talked about it with Jimmy. Now miraculously, Jimmy carries OgoPogo at the Craft Lounge. But damn good brewery, brewery,
No,
good folks out
stuff.
there. So
Good beer.
good job on this Mexican lager. What I really like about it is, I mean, it's straight up Mexican lager. It hits all the notes. Beautiful color. I mean, I can see Jimmy's beautiful face right through my cup right now. Yeah, there you go. He's a little extra happy because of the Dodger win.
I am.
But yeah, they did a damn good job on this, and I think it sits just under 5%, which is about where you want your Mexican lager. Yeah, 4.5. So crushable summer beer or dad beer, lawnmower beer, like we like to talk about. And I'm sure you guys probably make a lot of micheladas here with this beer.
We do. We make a lot. Sometimes people just ask for it to be rimmed with some chamoy and tahini. Yeah, it's really, really
Good
good
stuff. What do you think about it, Chris?
Oh yeah, beautiful straw color. It's a very much a classic Mexican style lager. You get the kind of maize notes
Yeah, I was
from
gonna
it.
say,
I don't know if this beer is actually made with corn, but you definitely get those notes coming
Oh,
through.
for sure.
Yeah, you get that maize type feel to
Yes.
it.
I'm almost getting even like a little bit of roasted corn,
Yeah.
like on the back end. So
And it's definitely not in like the Vienna style, which would be a little bit darker. This is on the lighter side, so like a true traditional Mexican style lager.
oh yeah, all the flavors.
Good shit, man. Good shit.
Throw that one back.
Very good. Wow. All right. Well, we're 1 for 1 here. Yes. We're talking batting average so far for our Halloween episode.
Yes.
I like it. Thank you for the story, Jimmy. I'm actually kind of scared right now that the weeping woman's going to
Learn to swim.
pop out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Learn to swim.
I'm not going on any riverbeds at night.
Yeah,
Anyways.
but you actually have to cross one. Go home today.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah, it's your ass.
Luckily, you have a truck. So.
Is there any
That's
water?
right.
Run her bitch ass over.
Yeah, that's your ass.
What was it? A scary movie, or when the like guy pops up and they just run him over? Like, oh, whoops.
Do any of our riverbeds actually have water in it right now, though?
Good question.
Yeah.
Here in
In
California, we have very dry riverbeds.
No, most of our riverbeds are concrete. So we get like, street runoff, people watering their lawns and shit. So I think that might work.
I find it.
I'm sure that's just the healthiest for.
Oh yeah, dude. It's just like,
I find it most amazing that here in California is when it does rain, people drive like assholes. Like they don't know how to drive in the rain for shit.
Yeah.
You go back to another state, rain's just a normal thing, right? Or let's talk about Seattle where it rains fucking 90% of the year. These guys are professional drivers. And you can look at it when you look at insurance premiums. California has the highest insurance premiums of any state because sprinkle a little water on something and crash, boom, bang, we got the destruction derby outside.
we also have a bunch of retirees out here that kind of add to that, especially in your area.
I am going to have to disagree you on the Washington drivers. I think they're some of the worst fucking drivers in the planet because I live out in the desert where we get snowbirds and
those are Canadians, Josh.
No.
They drive up our insurance premiums.
Yeah.
every year,
You're talking, Canadian, Washingtonians,
Minnesotans,
whatever you want.
Palm Springs does have the worst drivers.
You know.
I lived out there for 6 months. Yeah, fuck that.
Yeah.
100%.
You got guys doing like left-hand turns and the second lane over.
Well, then there's like the heart of downtown Los Angeles where people drive like it's TJ. I mean, that's why. So, like my brother-in-law, when he went to UCLA, he brought a beater car down there because he didn't want to bring a nice car because every 5 seconds someone's dinging, hitting, bumping into his car, sideswiping on the freeway. It's just a normal thing.
Who drives out there anymore, though? Really, I mean,
Oh, you can't.
of
course,
Uber, train.
Now during COVID, you could probably get around a little easier, but still. Yeah. Let's not. This is a
COVID.
horror
the
episode.
ultimate horror.
Oh, let's not talk about that right now.
Fucking COVID. You should play the psycho music when you say COVID.
All right, well let's sweeten up our taste buds because we got a little home brew that Joshua brought. Something that Josh doesn't normally make. He made some cider, boys.
Yep. Yeah. So
ASMR moment.
Well, hello there.
good job.
Oh, wait, almost done.
ASMR.
Okay.
I feel like I'm the guy, and you guys remember Mr. Deeds with Adam Sandler? Whenever the noise would go off or something would happen, that guy just magically appears.
Yeah.
That's me when someone cracks a beer. Hello. Cider.
Cider. Which cider is this, Josh?
This was the spice.
Oh,
the
yeah.
one.
Yeah.
I know I
So-
brought a little bit of it the other day.
So I always had. Did you guys, when you were younger, ever come up with porn names, like your name if you were going to be a porn star?
Isn't that what Facebook is for? Like they
No, that's where
it's
they're
your-
like
it's
your color of your
first-
underwear and
No,
what you
it's your
ate.
first pet and the
your street name.
the street you grew up on.
Yeah. So there's that.
Going by that, what would be your porn name, Justin?
That was Magic Flanders.
Magic Flanders. Josh,
I think it's a
pet
fucking
name and then the first street you grew up on.
fuck. I can't remember either of those.
He
Come
can't
back.
remember yesterday.
Skip me for
Next.
now.
My name would have been Rah Monroe.
Rah.
I can see that.
Monroe.
Yeah. Rah Monroe.
I dig it.
Fucking Rah Monroe.
Specializes in the anal activities.
Mine is
Fuck
very
yeah, dude.
mine's very British.
Raw dog Monroe. Love it.
very British.
Chorley Kensington.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
I could see
dude.
that.
Yeah, I could go.
I could see
See,
that.
with that.
Is it current street or like street you grew up?
dude,
Street
it
you
doesn't
grew up
matter.
on.
Okay.
Doesn't matter.
Josh is like Rex 7th.
No, it would be Bowser Ramirez.
Bowser
Nice.
Ramirez.
Bowser Ramirez, dude. Fuck yeah.
That
dude.
sounds like a new porn.
Oh,
name.
dude, it's like straight out of Sha Na Na.
Yeah.
Fucking like.
Bowser.
Yeah,
So-
I had to drop the Avenida because that would just sound fucking weird.
So I always had this idea because obviously my name's Justin, and so
Cider. Yeah.
because I'm not on the left, I'm not on the right, I'm Justin Cider.
So,
Right then, yeah.
so I actually, I got a funny story for you guys. My roommate, his name is Clay Johnson. He was, yeah, you know where I'm going. Now,
I almost spit cider all over Chris.
his name is actually Clay Johnson, and he had a guy that he worked with who ended up going into gay porn, and the name that gentleman chose
Clay Johnson.
was Clay Johnson.
Dude, why would you not? Dude, Clay Johnson is like fucking classic porn name, dude.
So he's living in a porn world,
Yeah.
a gay porn world.
It's either
That's
that or
cool.
soap opera. So I was like, yeah. You know what I mean?
Chris, your cider name reminded me that a couple years back, there's a homebrew group up in Ventura,
Yes.
and they come up with like the craziest fucking names for all their beers. And so at this Vail Lake Southern California Homebrew Festival every year, I always love going to their booth because they always just have the
Is
craziest
Vibe? Is it Vibe?
Vibe,
Yeah.
yes, the great fucking names. And I remember one year, best one, it was called First Time in Cider,
Yeah.
I love it.
and they
That's Jason's brother's group.
really
Yeah.
nice. But it's they always come up with like little fucking pictogram and like little Photoshop things, and the Photoshop for this one was like this geeky looking dude, like all emaciated, fucking big old goggles, and he's got a blow up doll, and he just looks like he just got caught, like surprise, like they just turned the lights on him.
That's awesome.
Vibe, dude.
Yeah.
Well,
Shout out to Vibe.
Oh yeah.
we're gonna have
Good guys.
some of this cider. Go ahead and take a drink, boys.
Cider.
Cheers.
Cheers, gentlemen.
It's very dry. I can
I
tell
love
by
the
just
nose on
smelling.
this, dude. Very,
It
very
is.
good
I
nose
do
on
like a dry cider too.
Yeah.
It's got a little spice in there too, doesn't
Yep.
it?
I threw basically someone asked me to do a spice cider for a wedding, and I was like, fuck it, I'm going to make one for a wedding. I'm going to make a little extra for myself. So that's kind of what.
That's
This
an
is-
extra dry cider.
Yep.
Extra. I like
I
it.
think it came out pretty good though. So what I did is for those who are interested in making their own apple cider, this is like the easiest fermentation you can probably do as a home brewer. I literally went out and bought 6-gallon jugs of treetop.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Oh, so you just went straight juice.
Just straight juice, yeah. Just I wanted to go easy on this one. I took one of those gallons, threw it in the pot, boiled it for about 15 minutes with some spices, cinnamon sticks, clove. I think I even threw some Chinese spice just for some fun. Kind of did that and cooled it down, and then added it with the other 5 gallons, and then pitched a nice English yeast on it and called it good. So 3 weeks later,
Nice.
voila.
So is there I don't know the answer to this. Is there a specific yeast that is best for making ciders?
You can pretty much go with just about any yeast, but the one for this one, actually, I kind of stumbled on it without realizing it.
Yeah.
When
Don't you usually like to use something that brings out like a stone fruit flavor?
you can, and what's interesting, this one was it's an English yeast, but it's actually a cask yeast. So it was one of these deals where I was over at the homebrew supply shop one day, and I was just looking at random yeast samples, and there's this dry packet. It's called CBC, and they said it was perfect for cask conditioning beer. And I was like, okay, cool. I may want to try my hand at cask conditioning. So I picked up a couple of them, forgot about them. And then a couple of years ago, my sister wanted apple cider at her wedding, and I was like, okay, I need a yeast, but I was so crunched for time. I was digging through my yeast packets, and I was like, what the fuck? And I'm looking at, I lay them out. I got like 3 of these here. I got like USO5, which is like the one for California, common and California ales and stuff like that, and West Coast styles. And I was like, I don't know about that. But then I got the CBC, and I was like, oh, let me look it up. So I go online because the packet is like super descriptive. It just says cask,
Sure.
So I look it up online, and they're like, does cask conditioning, and it also does a really good English style cider. I'm like, there's my
There it is.
bingo
Nice.
right there, Yeah. So I threw that in there. 3 weeks later, tried it. I was like, bam, this is delicious.
Good stuff.
When I tried my hand at cider, I was doing champagne yeast. I was doing champagne
yeah,
yeast.
that works.
And it worked
I mean,
really well. For that,
That's a super dry.
super
cider.
dry.
Yeah,
So I was
very
making
dry.
but what I was doing was I told Josh before I was back sweetening it. So I
Yes.
make it like super dry cider, then back sweeten it with some kind of like fruit or something in the back end. It went pretty well.
I did when I first got into homebrewing. I wanted to do apple cider first. That was actually my focus, and I was using white wine yeast at that time. And what I didn't care for though is it gave it that wine kind of texture, and it didn't quite taste like the true apple cider that I've had and loved. So that's why when I stumbled on that one CBC, I was like, I finally found it. Yeah,
That's cool. So this is actually really good though, Josh. I'm
thank
enjoying
you.
the hell out of this.
Thank you.
It's very, very different cider. A lot of ciders these days are super, super sweet, and that's what I don't like in ciders. I like the dry ciders.
Yeah.
Because to me, it's more. I feel there's more love, there's more craft there when they make something like that.
Yes.
I
What
think
do you
it's
like
a lot
in cider?
to be insider. I mean,
What's it?
yeah.
Okay, I just wondering, what do you like in cider? What's your favorite thing in cider?
Warmth.
I'm sorry, continue.
What do you like in cider?
you like in cider?
Penis.
Yeah.
Chris, just
Let's not beat around the bush. Yeah.
Yeah, you keep your penis away from my cider, man. My cider's off limits to your penis.
That's right. All right. So,
Get
cool.
your dick out of my cider.
Well, no, we really like this, and I do. I like a good dry cider. Good job, Josh. This is
thank you.
something different. I don't think I've ever had a cider that you've made before.
Well, I mean, I want to get back into it because I mean, this is what I started out with,
And it's
this
so
is,
simple.
I know it is so simple.
This is some good trivia because for those that have listened to the show, how did Josh get started in making home brew?
Yeah.
It was because he wanted to make cider, so he was making cider, and then one thing led to another, and he started brewing beer.
Yeah. Beer turned out to be a lot easier and cheaper to make when you live in an apartment.
Well, apples are fucking expensive.
Yes, they are, especially in San Francisco. Holy! Did I tell you how much I dropped on apples when I first?
Oh yeah, no. It's ridiculous. Well, we talked. Remember, Jeremiah at Kings told us because I asked him, "Are you going to do anything with apples?" And he was like, "I would love to, but it's fucking expensive."
Yeah.
He's like, "People are mad at my prices now for a 4-pack. Wait till they see my
Imagine
4-pack with apples."
apples.
Yeah. Because I mean, he throws a shitload of fruit in his beers. Blends very, very well. But that is that's crazy. Yeah, apples are expensive. But Josh, good job, man.
Thank you.
So real quick while we're finishing this, and then Josh will get pouring on the next one, which I believe
We're
is
gonna get porn.
He's gonna porn on it.
He's gonna, yeah.
Dude, what's going on with this episode, dude?
We're gonna
This
Anyone-
episode's sponsored by Fleshlight.
flesh.
Anyone want
Fleshlight.
to top off in cider?
Yeah. Pour some more cider, and I'll have that as my chaser.
When things
That
are a little
last-
too heavy, you fleshlight.
Speaking of fleshlight, I saw a meme the other day, and it was like a sign at the beach, and it said community something or another, and it was a fleshlight connected to it, so like it was hanging on a chain, so everybody could use it, kind of thing. That's just-
Wow.
Wait, what?
yeah, it was like in Australia or some weird European country. I don't know.
See, I was just thinking of the one where some lady was like making a commentary, like, "How dare you treat the wildlife in the ocean so badly?" Because it was like the innards of a fleshlight on the ocean. It looked like a dead squid or something.
Yeah. This weird fish washed up. It's not a fish. Don't touch it.
Don't touch it.
Don't touch it. Gonorrhea. The clap.
I got it. I'll show you guys this video later, but it was a trip. This guy basically
It's not a home video, is it?
No.
Okay.
Oh no.
Involving a
No,
fleshlight.
Yeah,
No, this
and cider.
This,
and cider.
This guy's at like a quickie mart and he's like trying to buy a pack of smokes and he's like emptying his fleshlight like on the counter with all the noises. And as soon as he finishes, the guy on the counter just looks at it and just like a little nod, like no. It's like,
So, all right. Well, we're gonna pop
okay.
our next dude here. This is a collab.
Mm-hmm.
We'll let Christopher talk about this one because Chris might have a connection here, and you can tell us what that's all about.
Absolutely.
But while he's cracking that open, before you get started on telling us about the beer, I'm gonna do a little trivia, like I promised. Okay, so we're gonna see how good we are with the trivia. So here's the first question. We'll start off easy.
What do? Do we buzz in?
Buzz in? No, we'll just come with a general consensus. We'll
All
pick it, and then we'll get a score at the end. So we're putting all our heads together. All right, so number one. What classic horror movie features a serial killer in a William Shatner mask?
Oh, it's easy.
oh, come on.
Super
That's
easy.
easy.
All right, everyone got Halloween. All right, good. That was easy. All right. Ready? I actually just dropped that knowledge on my sister-in-law the other day.
Oh.
She didn't know that. So, number two. This one, this one's kind of easy too. In which horror movie does the protagonist write a book that contains only the line, "All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy"?
I think we spoke of this one earlier too, didn't we?
Yep.
What do we got?
Shining.
The Shining.
The Shinnin.
Johnny.
The Shinnin.
Good. We're good.
Oh boy, the Shinnin.
Okay. All right, cool. I know this one. We'll see if you guys know this one too. What classic horror movie was originally titled The Babysitter Murders?
The Babysitter Murders.
Yes.
Is that Black Christmas?
I can give you 4 names here, and we'll see if you... I know the answer to this one. Okay, so Rosemary's Baby, Halloween, Scream, and A Nightmare on Elm Street.
It's got to be Halloween, right? Because she was a babysitter.
You are correct, sir.
Oh,
Yeah.
really good.
There you
Good
go.
call. Good
So
call.
we already had... that was already an answer on there, but yeah, Babysitter Murders, get it?
Yeah.
Babysitter Murders.
Oh,
I don't think that would have sold as well.
Here's something that's really scary as shit. Makes you not want to watch this movie because this actually happened.
Is it Willy Wonka?
No. How many people associated with The Exorcist died during production?
Oh shit!
6, 9, 12, or 3? Any of those numbers is too many to me.
Yeah.
But literally, legit people died during production.
I would say 6 because it's like a fucking...
Yeah, 666.
Yeah, you know what I mean? That's a,
What do you think? 6, 9, 12, or 3?
I'm gonna go.
12. Fuck it. Let's go.
I'm gonna go
Full
3.
dozen,
I'm
full
gonna go
dozen.
3.
We'll do dozen?
I say 6. I say 6.
All right. Well, the general consensus here is, well, we got both 12, 6, 3. We're all over the map. Let's see. We'll start with 12. Wrong. It was 9 people.
9
All
people.
of us were wrong. So by the end of the film's production, 9 people associated with its making had passed away, including Jack McGowan, who played Burke Dennings, Linda Blair's grandfather, and a night watchman on the set, and a special effects expert. They all died.
Isn't that kind of what happened with the Omen too? I thought.
Listen, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not Catholic, but I know that they're crazy, man. And this
Those
was
demons.
all about Catholic
Them
and
demons.
and don't fuck with that stuff.
Don't fuck with the Catholic demons, man.
What about like fucking Poltergeist? Didn't they all fucking...
That's
Yeah,
right.
the little girl died.
Yeah, the little girl died and shit, dude.
That's some scary shit.
And the older sister,
Caroline.
the older sister.
Yeah.
And
I
the
guess
little midget lady, like the old lady, the scary one, the raspy voice.
Oh, she lived forever though, dude. She was in all kinds of movies, dude.
All right,
Yeah.
so next one. What horror film was the first movie to show a woman in just a bra and slip? The Haunting, Wax
Psycho.
Museum.
Psycho.
Oh, he didn't
Psycho.
even finish.
Yeah.
Psycho, dude.
Yeah.
All day.
Ding 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 ding
Yeah,
ding.
Psycho.
Yeah.
Janet Leigh, Psycho, all day long.
Oh, this is too easy. What color is Freddy Krueger's sweater?
Green and red.
Red and black, red and blue, red and yellow, red and green.
Red and
Red
red.
and green.
Red and green. Ding 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 ding.
Yeah.
Christmas colors.
Yeah.
Wes
on,
Craven
This
wears a facsimile. of
okay.
it
I'm gonna
in Scream.
set this one up. Okay, this is a DMV type question. Okay,
What,
if you
like
catch my
Department
grip.
of Motor Vehicles.
Yeah, just a DMV type question.
No, I haven't been
it's
drinking.
A
Oh.
trick question.
Yeah.
Okay.
How many people does Jason kill in the first Friday the 13th film?
Oh fuck, dude. Let's see.
I don't think I've actually seen that one.
I know.
Christopher's got the goose egg.
I know
over
the
it.
answer to this.
The answer is 0 because
It was
Jason was
Jason's
not
mother.
in the first movie.
It was Jason's
Well,
mother.
technically at the
Jason's-
end, but
Yeah.
Jason's
Yeah.
mom does all the killing. Right?
Oh shit! You're
Fucking
right.
Vor-
That-
those fucking Voorheeses.
Hold
dude.
on.
Trick
hold on.
question.
Hold on. That was a question in the movie Scream, by the way.
It was.
What?
Speaking of Scream, we got one in here for you.
Yes.
In Scream,
Uh-oh. Dun-dun-dun.
what is rule number 1 on Randy's list of surviving a horror movie?
Don't talk about Fight Club.
Don't go outside alone. Don't say, I'll be right back. Don't have sex. Or don't drink or do drugs.
I think it's don't
What's the
have
number
sex.
1 rule?
Don't have sex.
That's actually a good question because they went through like 3 of those.
All of
for
them.
me.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
all of them, but like.
But what
3
was
of them
number
were.
1? Do you remember?
Don't go so long.
I thought it was the sex.
No, I'll be right back is like the last one.
Yeah.
So I think it's don't drink or do drugs. I think that's rule number
Nope.
1. No?
It's not.
Don't talk
I'm
about
going
Fight
with
Club.
sex.
Don't have sex? Don't have sex was
Yeah.
rule number
All
1.
right.
Because we talked about that earlier.
All
The
right.
minute you
Yeah.
drop
You
it,
whip
and
it out,
whip
yeah.
that Johnson
Yeah.
out, all of a sudden you got a spear in your backside.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
just dead.
Or
It's
getting your
true.
arm chopped
It's
off
true.
by
It's
a.
true.
All right. That was Fight Club, dude. Sorry.
What the fuck? What horror movie required the purchase of 500 Florida frogs and 100 giant South American toads? Creature from the Black Lagoon, Pet Cemetery, The Frogs, Invasion of the Body Snatchers. I don't know the answer to this one.
I don't either.
Is there even a movie called The Frogs?
I know. Is there a movie called The Frogs? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I know.
I was going to say Vanilla Sky, but that's not a horror movie.
I'm
What
going to
was the second
say Invasion of the Body Snatchers. I'm going to say
I'll
Creature
say
from
Black
the Black Lagoon.
Lagoon.
Yeah.
Maybe Black.
Because I think
Nope.
it can't be The Frogs, dude.
It's not. It can't. No,
Can't be
that's
The
like too
Frogs.
easy, right?
Yeah.
So not The Frogs, not Pet Cemetery, not Invasion of
Black
Body
Lagoon.
Snatchers. It's not Black Lagoon. So
Wait, what? What else is left?
I know. You gave. That's the only choices
no,
you gave us.
wait. So what are we going with next? You want to try The Frogs?
Yeah, fuck it. I'm throwing in for frogs.
It is The Frogs.
What?
It's
Is that
okay.
even a movie, dude?
Come on, I've never even heard.
I
of that
know.
one. All right.
I mean,
I guess
is
the
that a
mi-
these
I guess I know what we're watching when we go home tonight.
These
Yeah.
are these
Yeah.
are steadily getting harder.
All right.
Okay.
I-
All right, the last one before we move into this beer. What was the original title of the blob? The Thing, the Lump, the Glob, or the Spheroid?
Ooh, Spheroid.
Spheroid, dude.
For sure.
Spheroid. Because remember they
Nope.
cracked open. It's not.
No, the
dude?
glob.
No.
The glob.
Oh.
It is the Glob.
Oh my glob. Oh my.
When I hear the
fucking
Glob, I don't think of scary movies.
No.
Dude, I hear glob. I think of like Adventure Time.
Yeah.
Oh my glob.
All right, we'll take a break from
All
that. Christopher, we just cracked open and poured a lovely collaboration. Go ahead and tell us about it.
Okay, so for those that don't know, we didn't get into it. I do work for Stone Brewing, and this is a Stone Brewing beer that is a collaboration with Modern Times. It is a hazy style IPA that is brewed with coffee. And I know a lot of people are probably scratching their heads right now saying, wait a minute.
Yeah.
It's an IPA, but it has coffee in it. And let me tell you, there is a precedent for this. Stone did a collaboration with another brewery. I believe it was Two Brothers back in the day, and they called it Dayman. It was a coffee IPA, and it was
Damon.
Dayman. Ah, fighter of the night, man.
Yes.
Champion of the sun. Yeah. Yeah, it was called Dayman. It was absolutely delicious beer. I had a chance to try it when it first came out. This beer is very similar to that. The original Dayman was a West Coast style. This one is a hazy, and I believe that the coffie used in this beer was roasted at Modern Times because they do
That's
roast.
what I was going to ask. Is
They
this
do roast
Modern
their
Times
own.
coffee? Okay, good.
I don't know 100%, but I'm 99.9% sure that it's Modern Times coffee in this beer. It wouldn't make sense otherwise.
Yeah. I will say on the nose, I get a lot of the
Ton of coffee.
well, I get coffee, but I also get old school Stone, like hop bomb notes.
Okay.
Good beer, man.
I smell the coffee. I drink it. This is the crazy thing. So I'm looking at it. It's a hazy IPA.
It is a hazy,
Like,
yeah.
This is
It's funny
traditional
because
color.
it tastes like a West Coast.
The first time we got this in here, we
Yep.
tried it, and I was like, dude, this is a fucking good beer. I didn't expect it. I mean, I'm thinking IPA coffee, no way.
Yeah.
I tried it. I was like, nope, like it a lot. It's good.
Yeah, actually, that's a good combo.
The coffee IPA has been done before, but it's always been done in the West Coast style. To my
is different.
knowledge, this is the first time a hazy has had coffee in it.
But it's interesting because I still get the West Coast notes
Right.
on it. Like, it,
Right.
yeah, I mean, I see it. It looks hazy. It tastes hazy. It, palate's hazy. But I'm getting straight up like West Coast notes, and then
Yeah.
that nice little like peppery, chili coffee bite, kind of augmenting it.
A funny story. After I had tried Dayman, I was on a podcast previously called Beer Geek Radio, and we hosted this big beer event. And in order to help monetize it in some way, we sold beers to the general public with raffle tickets, and I had homebrewed a beer specifically for this event.
Nice.
And just based off of how much I had loved Dayman, I actually tried to brew a coffee IPA myself as a homebrew. It was okay. It wasn't great. It was drinkable. It was at least drinkable.
Okay,
but
well, at least you got that.
yeah. I did I was inspired.
Yeah. Actually, I've been drinking this right now. It's got me a little inspired. I'm not going to lie. This is actually pretty damn good because I'm not a big coffee guy. Never have been. Like, whenever sometimes you throw too much coffee and it's like pronounced and dominates,
Yeah.
I can't do it. It's just way, way too much.
Uh-oh. What do we got? Gargoyle.
I mean, we're drinking Wizards and Gargoyles. I felt like we needed the theme music to the cartoon Gargoyles from back in the day.
I don't think we even said the name of the beer.
We didn't. And that was your job, Chris. You had one job.
Actually, no, I think you...
I failed.
Did you?
No, I think you did. We'll play it back.
I
Okay.
absolutely did not say the name of the beer.
All right, well, now you know. Wizards and Gargoyles is the name.
It is called Wizards and Gargoyles. It's Modern Times is known for wizardry stuff.
Yes.
Stone is obviously known for the iconic gargoyle.
Makes sense. Dun, dun, dun. Ooh, sounds so epic.
It does. And the beer's epic. I mean, great job. Stone obviously has been around for a long time. They know a thing or two about brewing beer. San Diego based. Got to throw that props out to the 858 and 619, my hometown. As well as Modern Times. That's where they started. Of course, now they've branched out all over the damn place. So is Stone.
Portland, Oakland, Los Angeles, San Francisco.
Yeah, I love that.
They're
Was
everywhere.
it the Dank Shack or Dank Studio?
Dankness Dojo.
Dankness Dojo in LA.
Downtown LA,
Yeah.
yep.
No,
Good stuff.
I will say I'm not a coffee guy, but Modern Times is one of the few people who have proved me wrong. I remember doing a booze cruise out in San Diego Harbor, and that next morning, hungover as all hell, going over into Modern Times and trying some of their cold press on tap.
Their cold brews are potent.
Yes, but it was delicious. I was like very surprised.
Yeah.
I was very, very surprised.
And I think Anaheim is one I didn't name as well. I think that's their newest location called Leisure Town.
Leisure Town, nice.
Has a pool.
Really?
Sign me up.
Can't go wrong there.
Of course, we can't do that right now, but
Yeah.
in the future.
Right.
But good stuff. So, since we can pick your brain here, got anything on the horizon for Stone that we could be looking out for? I know we got the holidays coming out.
I can spill a little secret. Do you guys remember a beer called Sublimely Self-Righteous Ale?
I believe so.
That hits something in the back of my brain. Okay.
So it was one of, I'm not going to say it was one of the first black IPAs on the market, but it was one of the best.
Okay.
That beer is making a return this year.
Ooh.
It's been dormant for,
Black IPA. That's good stuff.
it's been dormant for, I want to say like 10 years.
Speaking of black IPAs too, and a shout out to Savage Wood Brewery. If you guys, we were there for a show.
Yeah, yep.
This Halloween, they're releasing a black IPA that just sparked a memory here. Shout out to one of our listeners, the Hop Don. He's a beer influencer on social media. He did a collaboration with Savage Wood. They're making a black IPA for Halloween.
It's a style you don't see too often.
Yeah, actually.
And it is perfect for Halloween.
Oh yeah, and if it's done right, it's just phenomenal. I mean,
Yeah.
a lot of people don't know this, but with the Black is Beautiful collaborations going around, La Quinta Brewing on the desert did a black IPA version for Black is Beautiful, and I'm not gonna lie, it was fucking phenomenal.
Nice.
I'm thinking to myself, I'm kicking myself in the ass for not grabbing a bottle for the episode, but maybe in a couple of future podcasts.
I'm trying to remember. I swear we had a black IPA on the show at one point.
I might have brought it then.
But literally, we've drank a lot of beers on this show,
Yeah,
so it's
yeah,
hard to narrow it down to just one. I mean, we remember some of the really crazy, outlandish beers that we've had, but yeah, I'm pretty sure. But I'm looking forward to that. Stone. When can we expect to start seeing that? Like
It'll be early.
Fall, winter.
It'll be early 2021.
Early
okay,
2021. Okay, so something to look forward to in the new year
yes.
when we're not in the year 2020 anymore. So there you go. We already have
When we can be sublimely self-righteous.
right? We already have a good sign that 2021 is going to be a lot better than 2020. So that's great news. Absolutely great news. Good.
Yeah, for anyone that didn't get to drink that beer in its original form, I mean, this form will be very similar to the original form, but it is an absolutely amazing. I know I'm biased, but it is my favorite black IPA.
Okay.
Very close second would be Wookie Jack from Firestone Walker, another discontinued beer.
Yeah, which is a shame because that was a phenomenal beer.
Yeah.
Especially with the barrel aging.
I feel like for me, with some of the black IPAs that I've had, it's like a perfect balance because, you know, me, before I wasn't huge in the IPA land until I don't know what happened. It was like I got old man taste buds. I all of a sudden I'm like, you know what it is the only IPAs I ever had was just like the original Stone or the original Ruination recipe, and it was just got that hot burn, and I was just like, this is beer? Like, no, I didn't care for it. Flash forward to 5-6 years down the road, and all of a sudden I'm drinking IPAs all the time. But with black IPAs, I think the first one that I had that I was like, I'm sold, because I felt like someone just cuvées a porter and an IPA, and I was like, sign me the fuck up. Yeah, this was great.
What was the first one you had?
I can't remember the brand, but it was definitely a coffee flavor. So
well, I was just going to say that's probably the reason why this
tastes
works
good
so
to
damn
me.
well.
Yeah, I like it.
Is because you get kind of that roasted coffee. Like
that's what I was going to say. I
backbone.
felt like I was drinking a porter or a stout at first, that first initial, right when it hits your tongue, and then it rinses, and then you get the IPA taste, and then the back end you get coffee flavor.
And for anybody curious, this Wizards and Gargoyles beer and coffee IPAs in general, they look like IPAs. They're not dark in color.
They're
very see-through and pale.
Oh yeah, this has got a nice golden hue to it. You know.
Well, this one's a little hazy because it's intentionally hazy, but most of the time they are very see-through and they're very pale.
Yeah.
Like you would never know that coffee was in this beer.
Well,
no, I wouldn't.
By looking at it.
Yeah. Of course, I'd like to play around. Yeah. With like green coffee beans because I've.
Oh yeah, because you get that clear color, but you get the coffee flavor. Yeah.
Like I mentioned this before on the show, but a place out in Vegas called Banger Brewing, they did a coffee Kolsch that was phenomenal.
Oh shit! I want to try that.
Okay, it is. Yeah, it was phenomenal. I actually need to like kick myself in the ass and maybe try my hand at it because it was like that good.
Nice. That reminds me of I think I had a coffee lager when I was back in where was that? Was it Minnesota? Somewhere in the Midwest. I was somewhere, and it said coffee lager, and I was like, oh, okay. And it was black. They poured it out black.
Oh, okay.
But clear black, so like almost like a really light colored porter almost.
Like a Schwarzbier.
But when you drink right, like a Schwarzbier. But when you drank it, it was a lager with just a hint of coffee. It was really fucking mind trippy crazy, but really, really good. I really enjoyed that beer. I just can't for the life of me. Can't think of been to so many damn breweries.
Nice.
They all just meld together sometimes, you know.
All right, should we break into next one here?
Let's.
All right. Should we do some bloodletting here on this one?
Some bloodletting. Yes. So we just had Wizards and Gargoyles by Stone in Modern Times. Thank you, Chris, for sharing the Stone knowledge.
My pleasure.
And as you hear ASMR, Joshua just cracked a new dude.
And I think Jimmy is actually going to
Jimmy's
join
coming
us
back.
again.
Jimmy's like, he heard the noise, man. ASMR was calling.
Maybe he's like that guy from Mr.
He completely
Deeds.
missed the Stone beer, but he's back.
No, he was here for a little bit.
I was here for a little bit.
Oh, okay.
He started my son. My son was, had to do daddy duties.
I like it.
Nothing wrong with that.
So, Josh just cracked a
Fart.
a new beer that Jimmy's carrying here. This is Three Weavers, right, Jimmy?
Yep.
This is Three Weavers.
Okay.
Blood Junkie.
Blood Junkie. I
Junkie.
love the can.
The
dude.
can art is perfect for our Halloween episode.
Tell me it doesn't remind you of like the Fright Night, like kind of like.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Fright Night, little mix of Tar Man from Return of the Living Dead.
Tar Man.
Remember that guy? That guy creeped the shit out of me.
Yeah.
He was scary.
Zombie.
Brains.
Let me tell you why I don't do zombies, dude.
Here we go. Let's hear it.
The CDC has a failsafe
For zombies.
for zombies.
Yeah. No,
Do they have one for vampires?
no.
Do they have one for werewolves?
Just zombie apocalypse.
They don't have anything for like Frankenstein. They have none of that shit. But zombies. So in
It makes you wonder.
it makes you wonder that they know something I don't know.
Like, can you
Yeah, man.
imagine?
So-
Let's just, and it doesn't have to be Trump or Biden or whoever, but you're elected president, right?
Is a
It's
zombie.
your first
Okay.
your first day in the office. You sit down, Mr. President. We have some shit to tell you. you get all the information on Area 51, so you get to find out the real shit, right? And then they lay down the zombie shit on you.
Like, no fucking way, dude.
You're just like, fuck this job.
yeah.
Yeah, get me
Yeah,
out of
dude.
here.
Do you know the word zombie is of African origin?
Really?
Yes. Actually, it was a term that was
I think I did know that.
it was a term coined in actually the Bahamas
Yeah.
on the sugar plantations. They used to refer to the guys that basically bought into their master, so to speak, on the corporate structure as zombies.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then the voodoo doctors took it over and stuff. And
Nice.
Well, basically the guys that would rat out the people stealing extra sugar for their families and
Yeah.
stuff. They would refer to them as zombies.
All right. So
zombie.
It's a slang term for
zombie.
shithead, basically.
Yeah.
speaking of zombies, we're drinking
Yeah.
some. We're drinking some Blood Junkie by Three Weavers. It's an Imperial Red Ale.
Love the color on that thing, dude.
Yeah.
Beautiful color.
Blood red.
That is blood red, dude. That is fucking insane.
Good job,
Another-
Three Weavers.
Another fact about the Beer Dad: the Beer Dad really likes his reds.
Oh yeah. Actually, I was going to say anyone worth their weight in beer, in the beer
If
world.
you don't like reds, there's something wrong with
Yeah.
you in
I
general.
would say that's probably the most liked style across the beer spectrum that I've come across is just talking to people.
you know,
you know.
one of my favorite reds is local here at Temecula, Aftershock.
Oh, dude, yeah.
You ever had their peanut alert?
I've had the peanut, dude, and
Well, the red alert's good.
the red alert's good.
But the peanut alert, I don't know why. I like peanut butter, but this is just peanut flavor, not peanut
Yeah,
butter.
you're a peanut butter dude.
Yeah,
So-
right, all the way through. But I love that peanut alert, and they got it in cans now. I don't know if you've seen it. I've seen it at a couple stores here
No,
and there.
actually, funny
Have
you
they
mentioned
come
that
in?
because Thomas literally just texted me. The brewer, he just
Uh-huh.
texted me literally like maybe 45 minutes ago.
Oh, Aftershock, maybe
Yeah.
possibly at the Craft Lounge in Beaumont.
Well, actually,
They've been here before.
They've been here
Yeah.
before, and they actually Thomas, the head brewer. Shout out to Thomas, love that fucking guy. They came in and helped me set up my tap system.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Right on.
Yeah, so Thomas.
Did you
came
do
down
some
and-
collabs with them not too?
We did a collab first year for the Cherry Festival.
yes.
It was very last minute. We did a cherry blonde, and we did we tried to do a milkshake IPA, vanilla milkshake IPA with cherries. Didn't come out the way we wanted to. Actually the cherry blonde was not bad. Was not bad at all.
Not bad at all.
Not bad at all. Yeah.
So
then that was already been taken care of.
okay,
So that,
okay,
yeah, we took care of that one already.
I like it.
So I'm just going to go on there on record saying this is a damn good fucking beer.
So
Oh,
I'm going to read a little
Yeah, it's a
thing
damn
here on
good beer.
Three Weavers Brewing.
Fucking. Well, Three
So-
Weavers is awesome. I've actually been
Yeah.
to this brewery, so I got a cool setup.
So you can hear some Dodger fans in the background hooping it up here at the Craft Lounge.
Yeah.
But we have Blood Junkie is a ruby-hued Imperial Red Ale brewed in collaboration with our hop-obsessed heavy metal friends at Prosthetic Records.
Oh, nice.
This World Beer Cup gold medal winner, we're drinking a gold medal winner, boys,
We are.
is a big
tastes like a gold
malt-driven,
medal winner.
yet dry balanced with a bright hop finish. Blood Junkie will have you throwing horns.
Let me just say, we're working with Stone Distributing. We distribute for Three Weavers. This beer, every October when it comes out, is in very high demand.
I can see why. I mean, I just took a drink of it, and I already like reds, but again, like I feel like this is like it gives me that dry factor. It's got that I can hit all these notes, I get all these flavors, and then it rinses
Well,
clean.
this is one of those ones where you got to give props to the ability to layer, because this is definitely layering. Like you get your dry note, you get a little sweetness, you get a little hop bite, you get like a little maltiness. So just boom, 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 and then you said it just finishes clean. Yeah. And then you just want to take another sip and keep going.
It's very inviting.
I have
It
people.
is very inviting.
I have people in July hitting me up like, "Hey, when's Blood Junkie coming out?" I'm like, October.
Nice bitterness.
Simmer down now. Rest your horns.
And at 8.7.
Oh, shit. Really?
Yeah.
Well, it does say Imperial, so whenever I see Imperial on something, I know I'm in for something, because
Yes, sir.
if I drink too much of something that says Imperial, I'm fucked.
Yes, sir.
This is a beer you can definitely tackle a few of them without realizing it.
So while we're on the red category, real quick, Jimmy, I got a pop quiz hot shot for you.
Oh, fuck.
You just tapped AleSmith's Evil Dead Red.
I did.
What ABV is that beer?
Oh, fuck, dude.
Jimmy, you gonna make them mad?
No. There's a reason I asked this question.
Oh, 666. Dude.
666.
It's 666. I remember.
6.66.
It's 666, dude.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now that's some good brewing calculation right there.
Right?
Or they're just lying out there their ass. I don't know.
Evil Dead reference
In a little while, probably,
to zombies. Yeah,
Yes.
Evil Dead. I like it. That's a good beer there. Should have had some of that on the show. Maybe we'll have some of that afterwards.
Yeah, we'll drink it after.
Oh yeah. I'll definitely take a little sip. And I'm definitely taking a can of this home tonight because that's
Oh, this beer's fire.
Evil.
fucking good.
It's evil.
Great job, Three Weavers.
It's evil good, man.
Does
It's
not
evil
taste
good.
8.7%.
It's chaotic. It's chaotic good.
For you D&D players.
D&D, dude. Is chaotic good? Who said that?
I just did.
Speaking of chaotic and chaos, there's your riots in Los Angeles.
Oh, are they starting already?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
You knew they would.
Has anyone been
It was funny because my friend the other night, when the Lakers won the World Championship, so LA's got two of them now, he goes, well, you know, it's COVID, so I don't think they'll riot this time.
Oh,
And
dude. It's
I
fucking
looked
32 years, dude.
I looked
This time.
I looked at him and I said, this was the Lakers. I said,
Yeah.
when has the Lakers ever won and there not been a riot? And he just looks at me. He's like, yeah, but it was the bubble season and COVID. I'm like, bro,
Nah, dude,
people
no.
have nothing to do right now. You just win a
There's some
championship. The
pent-up
city's
frustration.
going off. And then now with the Dodgers, like you just said, 32 years of pent up blue balls, right?
Oh, dude.
And the worst kind of blue balls, because how
Literally.
many in the last 4 years you had 3 times where you were the little guy with the fishing pole. You almost had it.
Yeah.
You almost had it, right?
Oh, and the Astros last year with the cheating scandal, too.
Yeah. Yeah, they
Look
were
at this!
wrong.
Look at this guy doing donuts in the middle of the street.
Fuck
here.
yeah,
There you
dude.
go.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Getting that teenage
Well,
angst
this,
out.
I mean, Justin acts like when the Padres win that they're going to drink tea and be like, oh, but cheerio.
Wait,
They
wait,
are.
We won.
No, they're going to be drinking.
Dude, it's
They'll be
They're gonna
drinking
be
craft
drinking
beer.
craft beer.
It's been
Drinking craft beer and eating California burritos.
Nearly-
That's how San Diego rolls. Okay?
nearly 60 years since the inception of the Padres, right?
Yeah.
Look, how is this?
And I'm not going to say how many championships they won because I can't because there's none.
Easy.
But when it finally happens, dude, they're going to lose their fucking shit, dude.
Maybe.
They're going to fucking lose their shit,
I
dude.
might
Fucking
riot
dude, they
here.
might-
I'll be the only person in the Inland Empire rioting for the Padres.
Ah, you and
You're on your
Brandon.
street doing donuts.
Yeah, Brandon, go Padres! Go Padres! There we go. See? There's 2 people in this whole entire building full of Dodger
There's
fans.
2 people in this entire city.
Yeah,
Let's
that's
not
about
get
it.
carried away. Let's not get carried away. Because if not Dodger fans or Angel fans here in Beaumont. So
Hey.
there you go.
that's what I'm saying. They
Welcome
are-
to the Inland
There's
Empire.
1 or 2, dude. There's 1 or 2.
One or two,
Yeah.
or two.
Yeah. Not until
love
you
it.
go over the hill to Hemet is when you start seeing.
You get
Padres
closer to
fans.
San Diego is what happens, yeah. See, what happens is nobody can afford to live in San Diego, so they migrate to Hemet, Menifee, Murrieta, all that, because, you know, a Cracker Shack box in San Diego's $850,000, and you can come up this way for $300 to $400 and have a house.
Yeah.
I can actually agree with that because our buddy Andrew,
Oh, he lives in a Cracker Shack box.
and it was
But
about
he loves it.
It was $500,000 for that cracker.
We spent the night in that place.
Yes, we did.
It was very lovely.
Yes.
In Point Loma.
I'm sure it was cozy.
It was in a back alley.
Yeah, pretty much.
We love you, Andrew.
You
Thank
got a
for
great
the-
home.
The hospitality.
yes.
But
Hopefully
I digress.
Yeah, we'll have a chance
Three
for that.
Weavers kicked ass on this beer. This is my favorite of the night. So
Yeah.
This is fantastic.
no
dude.
offense to Stone Brewing, but I really like this because
None taken.
it's a fuck, dude. It's like you took one of my favorite beers and just like kicked it up a notch, like Emerald style.
I mean,
No.
look at the color of that.
You,
dude. The color is fantastic.
You spice weaseled it.
Right?
Oh, I'd agree. I would agree wholeheartedly.
And the can too kicks it up a notch too. Fuck, dude. Look at that thing. I mean, most people would see that on the shelf and be like, "Holy shit! I don't know if I want to buy that."
that
That's gonna
can
kick my
art-
ass.
That
I
can
might
art-
get possessed drinking that.
that is a hellscape.
Is it?
It is.
I mean, that's what that is.
Yep.
All right. Well, I like it. So
Yeah.
let's do the next one. Let's keep going. We're I'm looking at this next in the lineup, and we are moving to something new that Jimmy just started carrying here at the Craft Lounge.
I have not had this beer. This is the only beer tonight I have not yet had.
We'll prepare for a treat.
And we have not either, but we've featured Toppling Goliath, which is what we're about to have, on the show before. Titus, Mr. 24 Beers from Iowa, which is where the brewery is at, sent us 24 Toppling Goliaths. Did not include this kind, but we had several of their mainstays, their core beers. And Josh and I loved every single one of them. Nugmo, Pompeii, the Pseudo Sue, King Sue. What was the Sumo something? Or
oh, yeah, yes.
And then there was like the blonde lady something IPA. Really, really good stuff.
Oh, yeah.
I still have yet to try the Dragon Fandango. I really want to get my hands on that. So, Jimmy, if you can talk them into sending you some of that.
Yeah, see what we can do.
So I'm going to go on record and saying, as far as like hazies go, Toppling Goliath is in my top 5.
Oh man, they were great.
Yeah, every single hazy they did.
Because
boom,
you can
boom, boom.
This brewery, if you're close in the Midwest, I mean, for us, it would be like going in and buying Stone or Ballast Point. I mean, they're just everywhere in their stores out there. Obviously, out here,
Ballast
not.
Point.
He laughs. But guys, Southern California, Inland Empire, Toppling Goliath is available at the Craft Lounge in Beaumont, California. You're not going to be disappointed.
Yeah.
These are the words straight out of the Beer Dad's mouth, as well as the brewed man, Joshua Kunkel's. We've had it on the show before, and they make a damn good beer.
Yeah, and if you're a hazy guy, I mean, these guys are, they got their shit in order, I'll tell you that much. So,
I mean, I just took a smell, like,
Toppling Goliath has been at the top of the trade boards like indefinitely.
Yeah.
And now we can actually get it through most of the country. And trade value is shit, but the beer is still top notch.
Yeah, it's funny. Is a buddy of mine, one of the fellow homebrewers. I guess for a little while they opened up a brewery down in Florida to help with their distribution. But I guess the Florida site was just making shit beer, so they ended up shutting it down and just moving operations back to Iowa, where they're from. And ever since then, it's been just like golden.
Yeah.
So.
Oh no. I've never had a bad Toppling Goliath beer.
This beer, just smelling it, all the hops smack you in the face, and you're like, "This is a freaking hazy IPA," and the taste on it, it rinses so clean. This is a dangerous beer. Let me see that can real quick.
Scorpius Marcella.
Scorpius Marcella, double IPA.
Yeah, and that's the thing with these guys is their regular IPAs are pretty good, but their doubles like. They kick it up a notch, you know. It's just that much better.
To me, it's dangerous.
And dangerous.
So this one right here says, "This is brewed each spring to celebrate our brewery's annual day off. To go morel mushroom hunting." That's a big deal. The morel mushrooms. And I keep telling my family back there, save me some. I want to try. You ever seen one of those things?
No. Tell us more about the morel mushrooms. I'm curious.
Google image one for me, Josh, real quick. It looks like a brain. Like you look at it and you're like, I can't eat that. But according to people back in the Midwest, it's fucking delicious and one of the best mushrooms you've ever tasted.
Really?
But when you see it, you're like, I don't know. But anyways,
I'll eat brain.
So they take a day off to go pick that damn shit.
Oh yeah, I've seen these fucking.
So,
things.
there it is, boys.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Oh yeah, look at that,
Oh
dude.
yeah.
That's cool.
It's like your quintessential mushroom.
Yeah.
It's like a methed out mushroom tip.
It's like a fractal. It's like a fractal.
Jimmy just got the reference.
Okay.
I'm being paged.
I get where you're going.
This is your mushroom tip, and this is your mushroom tip on drugs.
Kung Fu grip.
Yeah. There. Ooh. Jimmy is currently pimping while recording a podcast. I like
No, I was dealing with customers. I'm sorry.
Is that what it's called? These days?
Methed out mushroom tip.
Kung Fu grip.
Kung Fu grip.
A kung fu grip with a
Fu grip.
methed out mushroom
A little
tip.
game I like to call it just a tip.
We're rapping here on the craft
I
line.
know, right?
We're making things happen.
No,
Scorpius Marcella.
yes. What do you think?
It's fucking good,
It's
dude.
good, dude.
This is a damn good beer.
Like I said, so everything that we had already from them, which is what you also carry, and this is one that I hadn't had. This is good. Damn,
That's why I said, dude, pick that one because of them, I think I like
This is your favorite?
Never had that
See,
beer.
I'm a big fan of Pompeii. I think Pompeii
was
is
good.
probably my
Pompeii's good.
favorite. Yeah.
I'm not knocking any of them.
I've
Yeah.
had
Pompeii,
Pompeii.
King Su, Pseudo Su.
I think I like Nugmo out of the ones that we had.
Nugmo
the
was
best.
good too. Also, that Reaper one. What the?
That's the one. It's like Blonde Reaper or
Yeah,
something. I
that
don't
one
know.
was a pretty.
Titus is going to kill us when he listens to this, and he's like, "You can't remember the names? Come on."
Hey,
We've
guy,
been drinking for a while.
In fairness, we've had lots of beers.
Lots of
since
beers.
Oh,
then.
yeah.
Lots of beers.
Oh,
Dodgers just won, so I've been drinking extra beers.
Yes, yes.
I gotta-
And I'm drowning my sorrows since the Dodgers won. So
yeah, well, at least you guys lost to the world champions.
is that what it is?
Right, yeah, you know. Again,
At least I'll give you this. Now you can actually say you're world champions because I don't care about 1988. That's a long time ago. I was 6
Dude.
years old.
dude, I saw that with my dad, dude.
Kurt Gibson.
We saw the entire
Kirk
series. Me and my old man saw the whole
Yeah,
series.
Kirk Gibson was having a stroke running around the bases. I've seen that video. Good stuff. But back to the beer, Toppling Goliath. Damn good job. Jimmy, thank you for hooking up with
Oh,
TG
definitely.
and having them.
Yeah.
Shout out to TG Brewing on Instagram. I follow them. Good people. They make damn good beers. And for Southern California, it's hard to find out here. So come see Jimmy and tell him the BeerDad and Brewed podcast sent you.
Oh, yeah.
He'll take care of you.
Indeed.
In one way or another.
Yes.
Mushroom tips.
He always takes care of his customers.
Moral,
Little game I call just the tip.
but
Just
it's
the tip.
don't forget to be moral about your moral mushroom tips.
Moral mushroom tip.
I don't know.
Moral. That's it.
Methed out mushroom tip.
The moral of the story is the mushroom tip.
But I will say that methed out mushroom tip is ribbed for your pleasure.
It is. It is.
Google image it, listeners. You have to see it if you have not seen one.
You do realize people are going to probably end up with like hentai tentacle porn when they try to pull this shit, right?
We're
quite
just
possible.
going full in on this
I know,
episode.
dude.
Just
Fuck the fleshlight, dude. Fuck the fleshlight. We passed the fleshlight like fucking 2 exits ago, dude. We're like fucking.
It is a horror episode, so
we're going
be
straight
scared.
tentacle porn hentai, right?
Oh, dude, that would be a horror movie, dude. If your tip looked like that, dude, that'd be a
yeah.
fucking horror movie.
God, can you imagine?
Oh, dude,
That
no.
looks painful.
No, dude, it's.
No, just
Pockmarked
Oh,
mushroom
dude,
tip.
that's not even pockmarked, dude.
okay. So
That's like
you got my fucking memory break.
American
Oh,
Werewolf
shit.
on London chewed on fucking penis tip, dude.
Yeah, that fucking werewolf ripped apart that mushroom tip. That's what happened.
You got my memory breaks bringing in some weird shit, man.
No, man, he's
See,
going down.
You're talking child of the internet here, man. I grew up like watching
Sick
some
thoughts.
weird fucking shit. No,
Sick thoughts.
okay,
He was the guy that was on Consumption Junction. Remember that website? Consumption Junction. What's your function?
Taking in sperm and spitting out babies.
Oh, he remembers the whole thing. I don't even remember that part.
Okay, so a little bit of a fun story. So me and my girlfriend we're of this age where we kind of like we know the internet. And we've seen some shit on the internet and just life in general. A lot of our friends, especially work people, are about 10 years younger than us. And one night we were having a game night at the house, and they're all coming over, and we all got on this kick of like trying to like freak each other out by finding like weird videos from the internet. And my girlfriend ends up finding this video and showing it to everyone. They're like, "Yeah, we started off with like cocaine. You went to meth." You just completely just like
What was the other one?
Ripped it to 11.
Rotten.com.
Yep.
Remember that one?
Yeah.
And it had all the gory
Yeah.
like death images.
Yeah, we got Tupac
That was
on
the
there
thing in the
and-
late 90s.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like, that hasn't been a thing in forever. Because
Thank God.
There's,
You saw like all
Thank
the
Glob.
you saw the guy that like
Yes.
shot himself in the head with a
Yeah.
shotgun.
there's so
and-
much
dude, it's
free
fucked up
information
shit, dude.
now.
Oh yeah.
Like, you can see that without even looking for it now.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Thank Glob.
Yeah.
yeah, think,
But yeah,
think
no,
Glob.
back in the day, yeah, Rotten.com, that had all of your sadomasochistic needs.
Gee, many
See, I almost
Christmas.
feel like Rotten.com was like the precursor to Reddit.
A little bit, but without the community.
Without the community,
Okay.
yes, yeah.
Oh, it had a community. Yeah.
Oh yeah, community of sados.
All right. Let's get back to the
All
beer.
right, all
So,
right.
Toppling Goliath.
Now it's 4chan.
Good show from Decorah, Iowa.
Wait, do we have more? I see you on your phone there. Do we have
We're
more?
going to have more trivia.
Okay.
So, and while I got the trivia, we're going to start with the trivia. Josh is going to pour our last beer of the podcast, which is from Mason's. I'm excited. I've actually never had Mason's, and we learned that where they learned. Do you remember where they're brewed at?
Maine.
Maine.
But what city?
Oh, Brewer, Maine.
Brewer, Maine.
It was
How
very
fucking awesome is
It was
that?
very on
Brewery,
brand.
a brewery and brewer.
So, I mean, I wonder if they were like the only brewery, because that's fucking badass to have a city called Brewer. But I'm excited to try this because I've heard a lot about them. I've never had them before.
Not to be confused with Mason Ale Works in San Diego.
Yeah, well, that's what I thought it was when I first grabbed it.
No.
Yeah.
But it's not.
Or
It's
Mason Jar. Or Mason Jar.
Or Mason Jar here in Menifee. It's Mason's Brewing. So back to our trivia.
Yes.
What horror movie features a serial killer wearing a mask inspired by Edvard Munch painting?
Wait.
That's fucking Scream.
Oh, that's Scream.
What
Come on, Chris.
What could it possibly be?
What's your favorite movie?
Scream. I know what you did last summer.
Oh, no.
I know what you
It's not The Fisherman. All right. What horror film caused some theaters to suggest that patrons prone to motion sickness sit in the aisle
Blair
seats?
Witch.
Blair Witch.
Yeah.
He hit that so quick.
Right?
Yeah, I
And that
remember.
is- that
I
is
know.
correct.
I remember that.
Yeah, the
that
controversy.
that was the first movie that did like the
all
whole like
disoriented.
handheld camera.
Yeah.
America.
You get
Did the whole handheld
fucking
camera.
nose drippings on the camera,
Right.
lens and shit.
Yeah.
All right. Ooh, here's a good one. In Poltergeist,
Uh-oh.
what grabs Robbie Freeling through his bedroom window?
It's a clown.
No, a tree.
Oh, the tree. Yeah.
Tree,
Wait,
Fuck, I
is it
forgot about
a
the
tree, a water hose, a clown, or an Indian?
No, it was a tree.
Tree.
It was a
A
tree.
tree.
It was a tree.
But I thought the
Ding,
tree
ding,
guard.
ding, ding.
Tree porn.
Oh wait, the tree
The-
also grabbed the.
clown went under the tree.
Another
That's
trivia.
right, the
Scary Movie 2. This is not on here. I'm doing this myself. Scary Movie 2. What grabbed the clown from under the bed?
Oh fuck! What's the character's name? Keenan? No,
I never saw it.
You guys don't remember?
I never
I
saw
knew
it.
it was the guy. It was the guy.
But what was it that grabbed the clown?
Was it like Mike Jackson or something?
No,
It was
no,
like-
he was in it.
Yeah, dude,
But
it was like
that would be rad.
No, it
So
was
so the
something
clown
like that,
was
dude.
trying to escape.
Bubbles the monkey.
No,
Yeah.
dude,
That's
it
my
was
guess.
something.
So the clown was trying to escape, and
Michael
Sean Wayans,
Sean.
big
Okay.
black penis, comes
Yeah.
flying out of under the bed and grabs the clown and hooks around his neck, and the clown goes, "Oh,
yeah. Yes.
oh, good stuff." Scary Movie 2. All right, back to this.
Yes.
All right. How much screen time does Freddy Krueger get in the first Nightmare on Elm Street?
It's only like 20 minutes. or
10
so?
minutes.
7, 3.5, 21, or 14?
21.
14.
3.5.
We'll start with what Josh says,
21.
and wrong.
3.5.
14.
You got 14, wrong.
3.5.
3.5, wrong. So obviously it's 7 minutes.
7 minutes.
I mean, it was low. It was low.
Yeah, because that was such a Wes Craven did such a good job at storytelling and creeping the shit out of you that
You never saw
you didn't,
him.
you
You
didn't
never
see
saw
him.
him, yeah.
You saw his hand, you saw shadows, but the actual character. 7 minutes in the whole entire movie.
That's
you got
crazy,
scared to
dude.
death of that fucking dude.
7 minutes, dude. That's insane.
All right,
It's like Dream Warriors. And he was in the whole thing.
this is easy. Where does Friday the 13th take place?
Placid? No.
That's the Gator.
No, Crystal Lake.
Crystal
Crystal
Lake,
Lake.
Camp Crystal Lake.
Yeah.
Crystal.
Okay. All right, cool. So this goes into is this really part of the lore of the story? Because they've changed it so many times. But originally, why can't Michael Myers be killed?
Ooh.
Ooh.
oh, God, I should know this fucking thing.
He's just lucky.
No, it's really good.
He's a god. He's a ghost. Or an ancient druid curse.
Ancient Druid Curse.
I'm going to go God.
I want to say
Ancient druid curse. Remember the episode with
Yes.
the cult?
Right.
The cult
Yes.
of Michael
Oh, the
Myers?
cold.
Yep.
Yeah, they were trying to murder
Halloween
his
3?
daughter or some shit.
Wait, what was it?
That was
3,
4, I
right?
think.
With
Yeah,
the
it
mask?
could've been
3
H.
was the mask.
Yeah. Which
No, 2 was a mask.
2. No.
2 was the mask. Because
No,
1 was
3.
the original. 2 was the mask. 3
No.
was. No, 3 was.
3.
2 was the mask.
3.
Because 2 had nothing to do with fucking like the whole.
I thought that was 3.
I think that was 2, dude.
No, because two
I'm
was another
looking
one
it
with
up.
Laurie Strode. We were gonna Google the
Yeah.
lore here.
I want
All
to
right.
say 2 was the one that did nothing. It was like
You're right.
the Halloween
no,
mask.
yeah, the two.
Yeah, and then 3 was the one that they came back to Michael Myers.
So
Yeah.
next question: what child actress was originally offered the role of Regan McNeil in The Exorcist? Melissa Gilbert, Lisa Bonet,
Drew
Dana
Barrymore.
Plato, or
Drew Barrymore.
Carrie Fisher? Drew Barrymore. I think she wasn't alive yet.
Carrie Fisher?
Carrie Fisher.
Who was it now?
So this was the character,
Exorcist.
the teenager, right, and the main character of Exorcist.
Dana Plato.
Dana Plato. You say Carrie. Well, we'll start with Carrie Fisher. Wrong. You said Dana Plato.
Yeah.
That is correct.
Huh? See? Because she was big during Different Strokes
Yeah.
at the time.
All right, here's one. Which horror movie was filmed in just 7 days? Nightmare on Elm Street, Paranormal Activity, Halloween, or Texas Chainsaw Massacre?
Chainsaw Massacre.
70. I'm going Paranormal Activity because that's just like all like hidden camera footage.
Dude, I think Paranormal Activity too, dude, because that was all like,
That's correct.
yeah.
That's another one. I was going to mention that. So more recent movies. So it takes a lot to get the beer dad scared in a movie because I've seen so many horror movies and I know what's about to happen. You can tell by the music and how they set it up with the choreography.
Yeah.
But Paranormal Activity.
Uh-oh.
Oh, wait, hold on. Chris has the answer.
So Halloween 3 is the only iteration
Mask.
that did not
Yeah.
actually feature
Okay, so
Michael Myers.
1, 2, and then 3 was the mask.
3 was the mask.
There you go.
yes.
That was like
I
the
thought it
worst
was 2.
one.
I thought it was 2.
Don't even waste your time.
Yeah,
on that
it
one.
was.
Because I
it was
thought
dumb,
like
yeah.
4 and 5 were like spun off in like weird little fucking tangents, and then
Yes.
6 they had to like bring it back
Yeah.
to the origin or
Then there
something.
was H2O.
Yeah, well, I thought
Fucking
H2O was like
H2O, dude.
6 or 7.
Is that the one with Busta Rhymes? No, that was Resurrection. Yeah. Busta
H2O was
Rhymes,
the one when they
Busta
brought-
Rhymes doing karate to Michael Myers
No,
was like the
H2O brought-
worst part of Halloween movies
Oh
ever.
god, dude.
All right, so we were right on Paranormal.
Okay.
So back to Paranormal Activity. At first, I'm like, I'm not going to watch this fucking movie because it looks stupid. Like, bunch of ghost shit, and it's like Blair Witch. It's all hidden camera footage. So one night, I decided when it was on HBO, I'm going to watch it. It's probably after midnight. I was working graveyards at the time, so I'd always be up late on my days off. Everyone's in bed. Lights are off. I'm sitting in the living room all by myself watching this fucking movie. And the scene where, and nothing really happened, but it fucking scared the shit out of me. The scene where the fucking, you're sitting there, it's all quiet, and then there's like this rumbling noise, and then a loud bang, and all the fucking cabinets in the kitchen open up. And I'm sitting in my living room, which is right next to my kitchen, and I just creeped the fuck out because I swear to God, one of my doors open. And I was like, fuck this movie, and I turned it off. I had to watch it the next
He
day.
was like, dude, my fucking fleshlight just fell out.
It did, yeah. Down on the ground, it's gone, it's fucked.
Oh, but
we're
a
done.
fleshlight fell out. Jesus.
So Paranormal Activity, good job on scaring the beer dad. Great job. All right, what was the first horror film nominated for a Best Picture Oscar? Psycho, The Exorcist, Silence of the Lambs, or The Shining?
I think Silence of the Lambs.
Ooh, this is really good.
That's a good.
know,
one.
dude.
I'm going either
The
Psycho.
listeners are going, oh, fuck, dude, those are all good movies.
I'm almost tempted to say Psycho.
That's what I would say too, but I think
No.
I'm leaning towards Shining. I'm leaning towards
Shining?
Shining.
What was the other one? There was another good one in there.
Psycho, Exorcist, Silence of the Lambs, and The Shining.
Silence.
I was going to say Silence of the Lambs is the
but
other
no,
one.
but no, that's too late. Like there were way better movies that came out when Silence came out.
Fava Bean.
Exorcist.
Chianti.
Exorcist
The
is
nice
good too, though.
Chianti.
God, like all 4 answers make sense.
Yeah.
In some way or another. Psycho though. Psycho is just
Yeah.
Psycho.
Back in the
Hitchcock,
day.
dude. It's Hitchcock. But I say Shining because I don't think it
All
was
right,
like
so Chris's first answer, Psycho,
Yeah.
incorrect, and you say The
Shining.
The Shining. Incorrect. Joshua?
Ooh, fuck.
Well, my other option was Silence of the Lambs.
Wrong.
What?
It is The Exorcist.
Exorcist, dude.
The Exorcist was the
Dang.
first
movie-
horror film nominated for a Best Picture.
The,
and
mo-
Oscar.
the movie that
What,
we think of
dude?
is just like gore and psychological trauma.
I know, dude.
Was a Best Picture nominated.
There it is.
Oh, dude,
What does that tell you about the Oscar?
Right?
It was a slim pickings that year, dude. It was
Yeah.
like,
All right,
fucking-
last one for all you Hellraiser fans.
Oh,
In the first
fuck.
2 Hellraiser films, how many different actors played Frank Cotton?
I have no fucking clue.
fuck, I don't know.
Not,
3,
not in my
4,
wheelhouse.
2, or 1?
One.
I was not into the Pinhead
3.
movies.
Fuck
Yeah.
it.
3.
1.
Okay, so first answer we'll go with Jimmy. 3 is correct.
Fuck, dude.
He just took a guess.
Good
Wild
guess,
guess.
dude. 3.
3 actors played the same guy in 2 movies. Interesting.
Interesting. Fucking Pinhead, dude.
Yeah, no, I know,
Oh,
I
here,
know of.
here it is. Here's your answer. So, Sean Chapman played Frank with skin. Oliver Smith played him with no skin. And Andrew Robinson played him in his brother's skin.
Brothers.
Son of a bitch.
Son of
Check out the
a
Hellraiser
biatch.
films. That was fucking crazy. All right.
Fucking Pinhead.
We're back to the beer.
Yes.
Josh, you
Okay,
just
here we go.
poured a beer from Mason's Brewing in Brewer, Maine.
Yes.
Stoked.
And this is a trippy one. I'm not getting much.
Well, Josh, thanks for cracking that open. In case you couldn't tell, we had a little bit of a technical snafu here on the BeerDad and Brewed podcast, but the show must go on, ladies and gentlemen. I am the BeerDad, of course, re-recording the ending to the BeerDad and Brewed podcast special Halloween episode. You got about 95% of it. Yeah, we had some good beers. Yes, we did. Anyhow, basically, we just cracked some Mason's Brewing Double Hipster Vacation, and it was a delicious beer. Great job, Mason's Brewing, out in Brewer, Maine, ladies and gentlemen. Brewer, Maine. So couldn't think of a better name for a city to have a brewery than Brewer, Maine. But the can art on this was absolutely amazing. You had two different skeleton dudes on the can. Definitely kind of reminded me of that 80s pop art with the, or not really the pop art, but that 80s art with like Return of the Living Dead and stuff like that. It kind of had that kind of motif going on. But I had a hipster, right? Had the nice gentleman's cut crop with a beard of hops, skeleton glasses, shirt, Stephen King rolls. So that was kind of cool. That got into some Stephen King trivia, or not really trivia, but what was our favorite Stephen King books and stuff like that. So good stuff. I like Silver Bullet, in case you didn't know. Of course, the werewolf genre you heard earlier, American Werewolf in London, was my favorite horror movie. So, but we had a great time on this episode. Sampled some amazing beers that are available right now as we speak at the Craft Lounge in Beaumont, California, just north of the 10 freeway. Go on in, ask for Jimmy, and say the BeerDad and Brewed podcast sent you. He'll take care of you. But anyways, just a review. We had some good beer. We had OgoPogo La Lorna. Got a little song going on there. Sorry, I can't pronounce that right because, BeerDad, gringo, whatever. Anyhow, so we had that, and then we had the Wizards and Gargoyle collab between Stone. I know they're kind of a bad name in the industry right now, but we had Chris from Stone as a special guest, and he's a great guy, and I think there's two sides to every story, so please do your research on the whole Stone being a bully thing and decide where you come on. But let's be honest, Stone is the pioneer of craft brewing, especially the West Coast IPA, so I didn't have a problem with the beer. It was a collab with Modern Times, Wizards and Gargoyles. It was a hazy coffee IPA, really delicious. And then, of course, we had the really, really, really crazy beer from, what was it? What do we have next? It was like Three Weavers, the Imperial Red Ale. Let's see here. Blood Junkie Imperial Red Ale. That was my favorite. That was pretty much the favorite of the night. Followed by Toppling Goliath. Shout out TG Brews. Love everything that we get from Toppling Goliath. Scorpius Morcella was delicious. Hazy double IPA. And then, like I said, we rounded it out with the Double Hipster Vacation from Mason's Brewing in Brewer, Maine. So everybody on the show really enjoyed all these beers. We had a great time doing some Halloween trivia and telling everybody what our favorite scary movies were. Jimmy, you crack me up, brother. I love it. Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory scared him to death. So now I know what Jimmy's afraid of, right? So give him a chocolate bar. Might give him a little PTSD flashbacks. I don't know. Love you, brother. Anyways, at the end of the show, we also passed around this product that I'm currently holding in my hand. This was sent to us with much love from brewingon.com. You guys want some really cool home brewing equipment? You go on to brewingon.com and check it out. They sent us this awesome bottle capper. Okay, I've messed with some bottle cappers in my day. I know Joshua Kunkel, he's messed with some bottle cappers in his day because he is the brewed man himself. But this bottle capper from brewingon.com, which I believe they have a deal right now. If you go online, you can save some money if you buy one, but highly recommended. This thing, it's made of plastic, so it's not that hard metal one where you drop it on your toe and you're like, oh my God, right? It's a nice ABS plastic, and it does the job. It really does. It'll cap your bottle cap onto your home brew, and it does a very efficient job. You don't have to put too much pressure. You don't have to be extremely strong to do it. You'll find any of the home brewers out there that, maybe they're not huge on the production wise and they don't need a machine. They just want to do it by hand. You'll find it really easy. You'll be able to cap out, 30 bottles, no problem. Not even break a sweat. So check it out. It's really cool. It's red, just like the other ones you've seen. Brewingon.com. Thanks again for sending that to us. And we'll keep, we're going to get some pictures and maybe some videos of Josh. He's actually going to take it to a home brew club meeting, the Coachella Valley Home Brew Club. He is the president, and they're going to pass it around and give their thoughts. They're all home brewers, so who better than to test this product out? So with that being said, I want to thank everybody for joining us on the BeerDad and Brewed podcast special Halloween episode. I hope it spooked you. I had a good time. I was a little scared. Not too scared because I like scary movies. But happy Halloween. Be safe. Be kind to each other. Support craft beer. Support small business. And thanks for listening to the BeerDad and Brewed podcast, making us one of the top craft beer and home brewing podcasts out there in podcast land. We really appreciate you. Shout out to our new listeners in Brazil. More listeners in Japan. We love the international listeners. Thanks a lot, guys. We normally end the show with our normal ending, but something different this time, so I hope you enjoy.
They also practice by drinking the urine of a ram.
The what?
They drink ram's piss.
Because of the pH balance?
No, because if you can drink ram's piss, fuck, you can drink almost anything.
She said fuck.
What gets you drunk or quicker? What comes in bottles or in cans? Beer! Can't get enough of it. Beer! How we really love it. Beer! Makes me think I'm a man. Beer! I could kiss and hug it, but I'd rather chug it. Got my belly out to here. Beer! I could not refuse it. I could really use it. Beer, beer. I can't remember how much I have had. I drank a 12-pack with my dad.